What's up, my people? Top of the morning, my good people. Yes, sir. What's up with everybody? It is Monday, June 9th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with him, all things is possible. Top of the morning, all my people moving around, going to work, going to school, whatever business you got to take care of today. Top of the top to y'all. Get there. Safe travels. I hope everybody's feeling blessed, appreciated, and thankful for seeing another day. Out here moving early in the streets. Had to take my beloved to work. Wanted to make sure she got there safe. Now I can go continue on with my day. Um, we're gonna do a little boxing talk today. Um, it's fight week. Richardson Hitchens. George Kambosos this week. It's fight week, baby. I'm excited about it. We have a lot of other stuff going on, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, for all my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. This is where it goes down at No Duck Zone podcast. So, I did an Instagram live yesterday. Actually, I did two yesterday. One of my videos that I did yesterday, we were speaking on, and I'm not going to get into it again. So I'm just, in case anybody want to know what happened. We were speaking on the businessman yesterday, Keyshawn Davis. Of course, we all know his situation. And I tried to share it on Instagram, and I didn't share the video, so he said he gets stopped. D-Free, what up? You stupid, D-Free. And the video, I didn't share it, not on purpose. I thought I did, and I was pissed off that I didn't, because there were some things that needed to be heard. So I'm going to say this one time, and nobody's to distract my lives by mentioning this again, in case people going to go, what's your opinions on it? Because I swear to God, all this week and next week, that's all y'all asses are going to talk about. I felt like what he did was, it wasn't a mental health thing. It was frustration and being, having the money taken away from him, not making weight, having his brother take his first defeat by a guy that defeated him in the amateurs. So he had a lot going on. I'm not going to sit here and just be making up all type of excuses. What he did was wrong. He had his baby in the way, so a lot of that shit didn't sit well with me. I'm only talking about this now because, like I said, y'all not gonna come and distract me for the rest of this week and keep talking about it. Well, what you think they should do with him? Well, I don't know what the fuck they gonna do with him. Whatever they decide to do with him, it ain't your business or mine. You know what I'm saying? Whatever consequences he got to suffer, we're not the ones that's gonna make sure he suffer the consequences. They got to do that. So, that's my opinion on it, and that's what I think about it. They're going to have to deal with him in their own way. I don't have to drag the man through the dirt because he already done did what he did. So that's my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I swear, and some of these fighters too, they give us, I don't know, they do these things knowing that the media is going to blow up about it. The media is going to take it and run with it and make the story more major than what it is. And that's what's happening right now. But it ain't happening like that for me because I'm not about to do all that. Like I said, we got Africa this week. We need to be focused on his fight. We got my man Keith Colon making his return to the ring. Keith was originally supposed to have fought this Saturday in Pennsylvania where I was at. It got canceled, so he's back in action this Friday the 13th. They'll be in Philadelphia. I think 2300 Arena. Wish I could pop up out there for that. So it's a lot of boxing this week. My amateurs this week, and if y'all think I'm about to sit and talk about Keyshawn all goddamn day, and there's a lot of other things going on, but then y'all sit there and go, well, it's that's viral, McLean. That's what's going on right now. Yeah, that's cool. But if that's what's happening for y'all all week, God bless y'all. I'm not with it. Who you think he should fight next? Well, before we can talk about him fighting, we got to make sure he survives this. We can't worry about who he fight next because he got to get past this. So who he's fighting next, or who y'all think he should fight next, is not even irrelevant right now. Know what I mean? That's not irrelevant right now. Who he fights next, because now this shit is a problem. Had he would have got in there and fought De Los Santos and smoked him or whatever, or however the fight would have turned out, then we can entertain who he should fight next. But at this point, it doesn't even matter who he should fight. See, we be worried about the wrong things at the wrong time. His next opponent is fighting. His next opponent is himself and what he's going through. And he's going to have to correct that. But what I'm not about to do is what the rest of y'all about to do, is to drag him for a whole week, 2 weeks, or for the rest of this year. I mean, if that makes y'all feel good, then go ahead and do it. I spoke my piece about how I felt about him not making weight, and spoke my piece about this situation. So to speak my piece about it a whole week makes no fucking sense. And I'm not going to do it. Hold on, y'all. It's starting to drizzle out here a little bit. So that's how oh shit, I went to cross the street. No, and I got to go the other fucking way. So I done spoke my piece about boy. So it is what it is. His baby was in the way, his son. I'm glad he's okay. He didn't get hurt. Boom. We're going to leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all not going to leave it at that, but I'm going to leave it at that. Because all that money he lost, I wasn't getting none of that money. I wasn't getting none of it. So what do I give a damn what they do with him? I'm not part of his camp. You feel me? Oh, I'm mad at him. For what? Y'all asses wasn't getting none of the money that he was getting. So what difference did it make? What difference did it make? When you really think about it. When these fighters do stuff and say stuff, they got to live with what they said they was going to do or whatever. They got to live with that. They got to live with it. I don't have time for no dumbass questions this morning. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know me, y'all know me already. For some of them that don't know me, when you go to this channel, just know that this ain't gonna be no one of these channels where the same shit is gonna be talked about. I looked at a couple channels yesterday. Every goddamn channel, Keyshawn. Oh yeah, because that's what's going on right now. Oh yeah, what he did was totally messed up. Really, it was some sucker shit. Because where I come from, you know what I'm saying? You try that bullshit on somebody, all that jumping and all that, yeah, you gonna get the business for real. That's a no-no. Know what I'm saying? Like, that's a no-no. But to go on weeks and days just constantly talking about it, I'm not doing that. Boxing is already a cluttered sport where we talking about so much at one time that we're not moving on to what needs to be moved on next. And then here it is, we all just got this one shit that just, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Nope, I'd like for you to leave, dummy. Thank you, trolls. Y'all keep coming in and I'm gonna keep blocking y'all dumbasses. This ain't the channel for it. You better do your research and do your homework on this channel before thinking about coming through here. But bless everybody, man. You know, it's Monday. For everybody that's out there trying to create content, let's go ahead and create content and not constant. You know what I'm saying? Let's try that for once in our lives. Content is not that hard. Y'all make it more difficult than what it is. Than it has to be, I should say. Because it don't have to be that difficult. Whatever the consequences are to him, he gonna have to deal with it. Him and his brother gotta deal with it. If there's any lawsuits, which you already lost the bag, lost the belt, and potentially have to pay more money if lawsuits are involved. When are we going to start as black people, or I shouldn't say black people because it ain't black people doing it, it's the other people. BVO Sports TV, what up BVO? Make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother, BVO Sports TV. When as people are we going to stop promoting being ignorant? When do we stop promoting being ignorant? Because we think being ignorant is so damn cool, and that's what our people love to do, to be ignorant. Ignorant, stupid, ghetto, all that. Rather, we have $0 in our pocket or we got 100,000. Why do we think that it's so cool to be so damn ignorant? Y'all still don't get it, that being ignorant is not the key to success. And it's not business. This is really not. Y'all scare the money away before you even get a chance to get the money. And this is the reason why our people are looked at the way we are looked at. I've stressed this all the time. Why we are looked at the way we looked at. Because we think being ignorant is cool. Like we keeping it real. We keeping it hood. What happened Saturday night was a disgrace. Okay. It was a super disgrace. It was something that shouldn't have happened, but it happened. And now people are going to pay for it. Because you know what? We can talk about this for the next 6 months. There's going to be some other ignorant shit that's about to happen that's probably going to be worse than what happened Saturday. Because every time something happens, our people are always involved in the nonsense. It never fails. Because y'all think being ignorant is cool. Even on social media, y'all think being ignorant is cool. And it makes absolutely no sense. Y'all can have all this shit. All this sitting around at home waiting for a fighter to fuck up or to not make weight or to say something so y'all asses can go 2-3 weeks every day, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, talking about it. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. Because boxing is a big enough sport where it's a lot of shit going on, but y'all want to constantly just talk about shit that you're comfortable with, that you're familiar with. And that's cool, but how long you think that's going to work for y'all before you get exposed? It's not going to work long for you. Because a lot of y'all don't have nothing going on. Jeff Spark, what up? A lot of y'all ain't got nothing going on. And that's not me sneak dissing or taking shots at nobody, but you really ain't got nothing going on. Spoke about this, so somebody won't have to come up and say, well, what do you think about the Keyshawn situation? That's the most famous question that's going to be out now, especially being a content creator. Everybody's going to think that I have a responsibility to respond to that question. Well, to make y'all feel better, I just answered it for you. There you go. There you go. That way you don't have to ask me that question again, because I am through with the topic. Don't ask me nothing about who I think he should fight next, because he might be fighting judges and lawyers and LUDD, what up? What's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. Don't ask me who I think he should fight next, because right now he's going to have to deal with judges, lawyers, fines, probations, suspensions. I don't know nothing about him getting a title shot. I didn't even know nothing about it. It's my first time hearing about it. But you see what I mean? I didn't know nothing about that. You know why I probably didn't know nothing about that? Because everybody wants to keep talking about Keyshawn all goddamn day, and I'm tired of hearing it. So thank you for telling me that. I didn't even know he was getting a title shot. I don't have no beef with it. I guess if Manny Pacquiao could come back, it's all right for Denito to come back, right? Everybody come back. Hell, dig Ali and Frazier up and let them come back and fight too. I guess I can't have no beef with it. If Pacquiao could come back, why can't he, huh? So nobody asked me who I think Keyshawn should fight next. It doesn't matter at this point. Doesn't matter. Well, he could go up to 140 for Frank Martin, or I don't give a shit about none of that. You got to wait to see what situation he gets out of. Then we can entertain it. Nah, I don't be going to the wrong channels. It'd be the wrong channels that be putting out shit and it just pops up. Everybody talking about it. Everybody. You might not be talking about it, but a lot of channels, they are talking about it. And they constantly talk about the same shit every day. It's like we sit and we wait for some shit to happen so we could drag it all week. I know you don't, because you talk about different stuff on your channel. Know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you know, we got to give these people something. We got to give them something different to look at when they come to the channel, man. And we ain't doing that. We keep giving them the same bullshit. So now it's going to be a whole Keyshawn. Do you think Mason will fight in for the vacant? I don't know. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. He deserves it. I'm hoping so. Let's see what happens. I'm hope so. That brother's talented. That brother's still young. He's super active. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I'm going to look more into that. But see, this is what I'm talking about right there. Talking about stuff like that, that's what matters. I'm only mentioning this Keyshawn for not because everybody's talking about it, because I'm letting everybody know. I don't care if it's Instagram or if it's YouTube. Don't ask me what I think about it. I just explained it to you. So if you never went to my channel and said, hey, I never knew you talked about it, well, that means you ain't subscribed to my channel or you not paying attention to what I'm talking about. So therefore, you know, because you got a lot of people who act like they for you. They act like they for you. And then when you go, hey, did you go to my channel? No, I didn't go. Okay, so, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is, man. You know, we'll let the how they say it, we'll let the authorities deal with Keyshawn. You know, whatever they do with that man is what they do with that man. Of course, we never want to see anybody lose a payday. People have mouths to feed. We never want to see people do that. But people put themselves in a predicament, in a situation where they deserve whatever they get. That goes for boxers, athletes, regular people with 9-to-5 jobs, whatever. The world has no room. I constantly tell y'all, right? The world has no room for sympathy. Okay? Especially when it comes to a black people, a black man. And I don't want to bring race into it, but let's just keep it 100. The world has no room for sympathy. And yes, mental health is at an all-time high. Depression is at an all-time high. Suicide is at an all-time high. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers don't care. We live in a world that don't care if you eat, if the lights are on in your house, if your children are okay. That's the kind of world we live in. Who you got in the heavyweight fight on Saturday? I don't know. I'm not really big on either one of them. And I'm not watching it Saturday. I'm watching Richard Hitchens and George Kambosos. I'm watching that this week. That's like one of the main fights I'm focusing on this week. And then we got Keith Colon fighting Friday. So yeah, I'm not even watching no heavyweight fight this week. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not a fan of either one of them. I don't really know either one of them. I haven't done my work on either one of them. So no. I'll probably I'm not gonna lie, I'll be at the fight. It's on the Hitchens. Oh, see, I didn't know that because the only thing I was paying attention to was George and him. So I didn't know they was even fighting on that card. I have to look more into it on those two, and then I could be able to answer. I'm sorry, I didn't know they was on that card because I never really looked at the undercard for that. I know Andy Cruz is on that card, but I never really looked at the lineup for that card. There was only like, besides the main event, there was only like 2 or 3 people I actually knew on that card. Pretty Pablo, Spanish kid out of the East Side. He be with Edgar Berlanga and them. Andy Cruz. So I didn't really get to look deep in, to see who was actually on the card. But thanks for telling me. I'm gonna look them up when I get back to my house. So, yeah, but that's gonna be it, y'all. I guess we should talk about the Keyshawn thing. It seems like we don't. What are you talking about? I don't have an answer for what? If I just said I don't know something, I don't know something. Just because you asking me a question about 2 guys I'm not familiar with, that means I don't have an answer. If I just say I don't know, and that's the end of that. There's a lot of fighters I don't follow that I'm not familiar of. And I'm not going back to talk about the Keyshawn. I was bringing the Keyshawn up because I don't want people bringing it up to me when they see me on my channel or on my Instagram. I got an answer for whatever you got for me, homeboy. You know me already, so don't even do that. You coming and distracting me with talking to me about some 2 guys that I know nothing about. I have to look into those 2 guys to see what they are about. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know these guys and be like, yeah, I'm going to watch it and tell you who I'm going for. And then I can't even tell you how either one of them fight because I haven't watched them. I didn't just start doing this boxing shit. I've been doing this. Come on now. I need y'all to act like y'all know my resume out here. I'm not on here to talk about Keyshawn all day. I brought it up because I don't want people bringing it up to me. Because I'm done with it. I just sat here and talked about how Keith Cologne's fighting this week. I bet you didn't know that. You talking about two guys on the undercard. Did you know he was fighting this week? Let's talk about that. Benito Donaire, no disrespect to him, but I could care less about him making a return. Okay, he's making a return. It ain't no big deal. Pacquiao's making a return. What's the big deal? I care about these up-and-coming fighters. I don't really care nothing about guys coming out of retirement. I could care less. What is that supposed to do for me? What does that do for the sport of boxing? Yeah, exactly, in Philly. Exactly. I don't care nothing about no, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Benito Donaire because I'm actually a fan of him, but I'm not really a fan of guys coming back that should be retired from the sport. I can care less. I'm not watching, like, if you ask me, I'm not watching Pacquiao and Barrios. Why the hell would I watch that? Who the fuck wants to see that? I don't care how big Pacquiao's name is. Who wants to see that? I'm not watching it. But I would love to see Sebastian Fedor and Tim Tszyu. I would love to see that, and I wish that fight wasn't on that card. But I'm not paying for that bullshit. But I will be watching on July 19th. It's Usyk in the bar. I will watch that. I will watch that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I'm familiar with a fighter, I can break it down for you. But if I'm not going to shake and fake and act like, and there's too many people that be on these channels, with channels and without channels, shaking and faking, acting like when you bring up a fighter, they know who the fighter is. And then when you sit there and ask them, well, what do you like about the fighter? They can't even describe to you what they like about the fighter because they don't know who you're talking about. One thing about me, I've been the same person and I'm going to keep the same energy. If I know about the fighter, I can tell you what I like about them. If I don't, I'm just going to say I don't know who they are. It's that simple. That's the person I've always been, and that's the person I will continue to be. And there's nobody on the earth that will change that. My shit called no duck zone. Remember that, baby. I don't duck anything. We'll watch Bam versus... Oh, yeah, Bam does. Yeah, Bam does. Yeah. Yeah, Bam is... Bam is definitely getting it in. I'm going to try to find a way to watch both of those. If I can. Yeah. He's fighting in Philly this Friday. He originally was supposed to have been fighting this past Saturday in Newtown, Pennsylvania, but it got canceled. I was out there this week hoping to see him, and thank God I found out the day of the fight it was canceled. So I wish I could be in Philly this week, but it'll be impossible when I just came from PA. But I'll catch him again. I caught one of his professional fights last year on the 12th of October in the Prudential Center. And I'm looking to catch a little more, he's still early in his career. This week is going down. Gleason Boxing Gym. Shouts to all my amateurs that be out there this week. Actually, my amateurs will be in action, I believe, Friday night. Friday night they'll be in action too. I don't know where at, but I know definitely this Friday and Saturday. So as the weeks go on, next week, Strong Island Fight Nights. I think this is Series 8. is one of the greatest amateur shows in New York City. If you don't know nothing about Strong Island Fight Night Series, go follow my man Christian Vasquez and Strong Island on Instagram. One of the dopest amateur shows that's going down June 21st, June 28th. We'll be in Long Island again. Shout outs to heavy hitters. So we got a lot going down, man. Y'all know me already. I'm never coming on here with the same content because I ain't got time to keep talking about the same shit. See, one thing about me, I always bring it up, but I don't really worry about the wrong channels because I'm the right channel. See, because it ain't about how much you know in this boxing shit. Really ain't just all about that. Everybody want to be trying to outsmart each other when it comes to this boxing shit. Everybody want to be smarter than the next person. But let's just be real. A lot of y'all ain't attending no fights. Y'all ain't walking up in no gyms. Y'all ain't doing shit, but just sitting home researching. And that's cool. That's cool. Know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. But y'all ain't the dudes I'm about to go back and forth with. Because anybody could buy a ticket to go to a fight. Any idiot could do that. Any idiot can do that. Oh, I pay for pay-per-views. Anybody can do that. That don't mean shit. Where's your work? What work are you putting in out here? Dopest thing about me, I'm with the amateurs. A lot of these pro fighters y'all be talking about, I really don't give a shit about them. I'm going to just keep it 100 on you. Because if you know me, I don't really disrespect pro fighters, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know I'm about the youth, amateurs. You know I'm about the up and coming. So a lot of these dudes that y'all be sweating and caring about and crying about and your hormones get out of control. Oh, fact. Oh, that's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact on top of a fact, and I would never disrespect that and tell you that you don't. That's just a shout out. Hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. That's for the dudes that ain't putting in no work. I know what your resume is already. So that wasn't even to you. That wasn't even to you. Trust me, brother. If I felt like that about you, we wouldn't conversate and you wouldn't have a ranch or nothing. I'd have been like, get him up out of here. So that definitely was not to you. Yeah. Josh Sanders, that's a fact. Me and Dub had conversations on the phone and all that. We talk and all that. Great dude, very knowledgeable. If y'all ain't going to subscribe to his channel, you need to get over there. I've been at this for like 5 years now, man. You know what I'm saying? So people know what's up with me. I'm not better than nobody. I will never be better than anybody. My shit, I just speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? I could never be better than nobody. And there's a lot of y'all that I can still learn from. The ones that's doing what they supposed to do. I just made a sacrifice doing some crazy shit going to PA. Almost didn't make it back to New York. You know what I'm saying? On some, you know what I mean? You gotta, the most successful people in the world are the people who took chances. I took a chance Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how this situation was going to turn out. But my Lord and Savior got me through it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, though. No, I never put anybody down, but the truth is the truth. It is what it is. Rather if they like it or not. You know, Josh? Rather if they like it or not. My shit is called the no duck zone. It's not called the Do You Agree With Me podcast. So you know I ain't ducking shit. I'm going to speak my mind, say what I would say. I'm going to keep it pushing, whether people like it or not. The same way all the rest of these dudes can get on and be talking about nothing when they on their shit. Do yourselves a favor. Study us talking about these same fighters that we know. Why don't you get your asses in the gyms, like I told y'all last week, and try to see some of these up-and-comings. Let's stop worrying about the people coming out of retirement and worrying about the motherfuckers who they keep. Thank you. They keep shitting on us and they keep shitting on us as fans, not caring about what we want. They keep putting themselves in these predicaments where they not making weight, they on suspension, they ducking, they fighting whoever. We sitting here going all out for them, and they don't give a shit about us and what we think. And y'all think that these are the people that we're gonna sit here and be talking about? Yeah, that's a fact. You know what it is with me, Josh. Everybody else don't know. Shit, if y'all don't know, y'all gonna find out the hard way. We sit here and we go crazy over these dudes. We spend so much time talking about them, and these dudes don't give a shit about us. A lot of times they don't want to give you an interview because they think that you're trying to cause controversy, which there's some people who do. And all we want is to see them to go out there and to fight the best. But when some of y'all sit there and say, I want my fighter to fight the best, you full of bullshit. You want your fighter to keep staying undefeated. Keep fighting the easy fights. That's what you want your fighter to do. But then tell somebody else fighter what they need to go do. Some of y'all really act like y'all in these camps, like y'all work with these fighters. Y'all know them. Like, we got to start making this shit make sense. I'm tired of all the. It's too much of that. It's too much of that. It's too much of that shit. Straight up. I think it's lame. I think it's whack. Now I don't be feeling like nobody keeping it real. I just feel like everybody sugarcoating shit. That's how I feel. Straight up. I told y'all I care more about my content than the views. I don't give a shit about none of that. Straight up, none of that. Y'all do though. Y'all do. Y'all gonna care about views. Just half of y'all are ready to do something to yourself. If you look at a video that you think you should have got 500 views for, and you might have got 50 views, y'all ready to jump out the damn window. I don't give a shit about none of that. None of it at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real with y'all, man. I mean, if you can't relate, then so it's all good. Can't relate, it's all good. But just know that when you come over here, it ain't nothing that y'all got from me. Nothing. You ain't got nothing from me. ATS, what's poppin', fam? What's good? I ain't see you in a minute, man. How's the family? Y'all ain't got nothing for me, man. And I don't mean that in a cocky way. I'm just saying you ain't got nothing for me. Half of the people y'all bring up, I could care less about. Straight up. Straight up and down. Good. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. It's always good to hear that. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I've said it once. I'm going to say it 3,000 times. Just know that They're working on replacing media. Some of y'all better get your content up, get your questions up, or change how you behave on there. Because I'm telling you, I mean, if you don't go to these fights, then you don't have nothing to worry about. But for the ones who claim they outside, just know that that's what they trying to do. And I don't know about you, but we don't need that happening. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that to happen. Why do you think they want to do that? Huh? They didn't. All these years that media has been in sports and been in boxing, what will make y'all think right now they say, you know what? Let's replace these dudes. And they not doing it for no reason. So only thing I be trying to focus on is doing the best content that I can do. That's why half of the shit y'all talk about, I don't care about it. I mean, everybody has a right to talk about what they want to talk about and care about what they want to care about. Certain half of the shit, I don't care nothing about, bro. Care nothing about it. Because it does nothing for me. Hold on, y'all. Y'all give me a second. Yes. Aki, what up? All right. But y'all know me, man. I'm going to talk my shit, man. Y'all know me. I'm going to talk my shit. Whether if it's on my channel or whether if it's in person, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm not worried about who likes me or whatever you think about me. I don't give a shit. Don't none of y'all do nothing for me. You know, for all my supporters that come over here, I rock with y'all. Good looking, man. You know I love y'all. And when I make it to where I need to go, I promise I'm not gonna forget none of y'all. That's a fact. I can't. But for all you other fake supporters, y'all can go kick rocks. I'm gonna stop it here, get some breakfast, y'all. So, spoke my mind about that, spoke my mind about what I needed to speak about. It is what it is, man. Like I said, it's fight week. Now I'm gonna go look at some of these people who's on this undercard for this week, so I could pretty much get a clue or see who I'm looking at as far as these heavyweights. Keith Colon this week. Everybody who's fighting this week, it is what it is. Yeah, Free be on some. Yeah, because you know Free will come in here trying to chop me up. You know how he do. I'm glad you said it before his ass. He probably done dipped out of here. You know how that shit is. He done came in here trying to roast me. You know how D Free is. Shouts to my brother D Free. You know I love him. Love him like cooked food. Hold on, y'all. Now I got me a little simple sandwich, you know, something to grub on a little bit. So yeah. So now that I got that out the way, Everybody knows now. Instagram, YouTube. Don't come to me with them. Don't come to me with that topic, y'all. I don't care how none of you feel about it. Yo, what's wrong with him? And this is what's going on. And McLean, everybody's talking about it. Well, guess what? I'm not everybody. I don't give a shit about everybody. Everybody don't do anything for me. Everybody can barely do for themselves. I don't care what everybody talking about. Because it ain't doing nothing for me. See, when the truth hurts, people get up out of here. They can't take it. Sometimes people come through, you know, sometimes for controversy, see what you're talking about. And then when it ain't that, they out of here. Appreciate it, brother. Can't do that with me, though. Can't do that with me. Gotta know who you playing with before you come playing. Brother, how's everything? I'm good. I can't complain.
How are you?
But I'm gonna catch y'all later. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go.